I'm headed to Chicago because I'm going to New York, to Brooklyn, to check out Hanabie again with Joe. Hopefully document the concert, get in on some interviewing. It'll be great to see the band again and finally meet Yukina and Chika. Did not get to meet them last time. It'll be good to see Matsuri and Hitsu again. See Joe and hopefully some other people at the show. We'll see. But I'm just getting out of Plymouth. So I got about a 2-hour drive to Chicago. 2 hours after that, I'll be leaving Chicago into New York. And this is the beginning of the video.
We want to say thank you to everyone for coming out tonight.
本日の、私たち花火屋の公演ですが、ユキナの喉の不調により、行うことができないと判断いたしました。
Unfortunately, we have some news for you. Our singer Yukina, her voice is not to full specs right now. Unfortunately, we cannot perform without her voice tonight.
We love you, man! We love you!
Woo! 直前までユキナは歌おうと頑張って調整をしておりましたが、このような判断になりました。私たちまた必ずニューヨークに戻ってきたいと思っておりますので、引き続き花火への、応援のほどよろしくお願いいたします。
Yuki really tried till the last minute to try to make this performance tonight. We tried all different ideas to try to make it happen, but unfortunately we couldn't. We will definitely be back in New York to see you guys. We promise that. I hope you continue to support our band. Thank you.
この度は重ねてになりますが、本当に申し訳ございません。必ず戻ってくるので、その日まで待っていてください。
Again, we're really, really sorry if this happened, and I hope you all understand.
Yukina! 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 Yukina!
そして楽しみにしてくれていた、ファンの皆さん、そして、関係者の皆様、改めて本当に申し訳ございませんでした。
We're really, really sorry. We feel very, very bad, and we'd like to apologize to all our fans, the audience who came out tonight, the venue, and all involved, and who put all the hard work into making this all happen. We sincerely apologize for this.
Well, if I look tired, it's because I am, in fact, really tired. I left my house about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's now 12:50 a.m. Came to New York to interview Hanabie and see their show and take footage of the show. Sadly, Yukina lost her voice today, could not perform. They had to cancel their portion of the show, which they really, really did not want to do. And the day was kind of a mess, but it wasn't really, there's a lot of factors that go into it. Yukina her throat was a problem. They went to the hospital to try and get some help to fix it, and they couldn't do it. So that just pushed times of things back. They did the VIP. It was like an hour late, but they still did it. And they all, you could kind of tell they were stressed. They made it through the VIP thing, and then they quickly left once they were done. And then it wasn't too long after that we found out that they weren't going to be able to play or do the interview. The whole band is stressed out. They're supposed to play a show, they can't play the show, so of course they're not going to feel like doing an interview. As far as my situation, flying in from Indiana and getting support from a lot of people to do that, it sucks, but that's no concern of theirs. Everybody in there, they let down. That's what they think. And they came out before the other bands played and issued an apology, and Yukina was crying. She was so upset. So it was kind of a bust. We didn't get to do the interview. I didn't get to see him again. And I made some connections that'll hopefully help me out on my journey as trying to be, more of a journalist as far as these shows go and meeting these bands in person. That's really what I wanted to do, is make my own connection tonight, and that happened. So it's not a loss. It's a bummer, but I really just hope Yukina gets better and they can play as soon as they can. They're supposed to play tomorrow, but I really doubt they'll play tomorrow. So that's the update, man. I got to go tour this Fox 5 studio with Joe, which is really cool. Other than that, it's pretty much all I really saw in New York. Once again, here for a night and then gone the next day. We'll see if I have enough guts to go do anything tomorrow. I don't know, but I don't have much time. So I did get a new shirt, which is pretty cool. Crazy rabbit on it. And I got a fan. It's pretty sweet too. Birds on it. So there you go, man. Maybe I'll elaborate more once I get home. That's all for now. Thank you. so I'm heading to see Hanabie again, this time in Chicago, House of Blues. I got a press pass, so I'll be able to take official photos and video, which will be pretty cool. I'm going to do my best at talking to people in line, getting some footage of the line and everything, and I have a gift to give Hanabie, which I think they're really going to dig. So I'll give you an update later. See you.
All right, so a lot of you probably already know about the helmet that I painted for Hanabie. I told the story on my live streams. I've got a quick rundown here. I made it into the venue, was able to talk to one of the people to work with Hanabie, and he said he was basically going to take my gift to Hanabie, so you know, we went off to the side so I could show him what it was. And once he saw it, he said, you should give this to them. Follow me. We'll go to the green room so you can present it to him. Which I thought was really, really cool. He didn't have to do that, but he thought it was such a good gift that I should give it to him personally. So I was able to do that. I didn't get footage of their reaction to it because I was kind of nervous actually, which was kind of weird, but I was nervous, and I presented them with the helmet, and they really liked it. And I got a couple photos that I'm showing here, and they were super sweet, and it was cool to see Hetsu and Matsuri again. It was cool to meet Yukina and Chika, and their management's great. And you know what? It was just a really cool moment. So I guess I get to enjoy it myself and share this photo.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. My name is Quincy. But online I go by DK Music.
Oh, right on.
I may have hit up some of your channels.
Well, nice to meet you, man.
Videos, but it's good to see you.
You
want many bandmate shows with you,
yeah.
In person.
Well, you want to talk about Hanabie?
Online, sure.
Why? How'd you learn about Hanabie?
I found out about Hanabie in about, I think it was at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So around 2019, 2020,
Okay.
about the same time I found out about bandmate.
Right.
And it was on the heels of finding out about bandmate. So
Okay.
it was like I was starting to get into a lot of Japanese music
Right
at the
on.
time. My Spotify playlist was going crazy because I was just letting it go on random.
So what before that, what kind of stuff were you listening to? Were you always searching out music from around the world?
Just
or?
music all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, I listen to a lot of different music, from hip hop to jazz to R&B to salsa music. I've listened to a lot of salsa for a long time.
Hell yeah.
But rock has always been something that's been kind of at the heart, for quite a long time. So, yeah,
So stumbling on Japanese music, was that like, oh my God, there's so much, or were you like,
it was a world-opening experience.
same here.
It was
same
absolutely a world-opening experience. It was one of those things that I shocked myself. I'm like, how did I not know this existed?
Yeah. Do you find yourself listening to older music you love differently?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I found that a lot of the bands that I was very, very into, some of them still sit, up there, but I found them, a lot of them starting to fall a little bit. And the top ones, my number one now is bandmate and will be and always will be. But then I've got so many other bands that fall underneath, Hanabie, Master of Fermenting Dregs, Trico, and the list could go on. I could literally go on.
It's crazy, man.
It really is. It really is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
くればいいじゃん